Content Cop by everybody's favorite new iDubbbz, Cameron F305, on Hasan Piker! But I have a feeling there might be a little twist.
Eat the rich.
What we do
Eat
here
the
is go
rich.
back.
Eat the rich. Eat the...
Y'all remember when iDubbbz used to be cool? What the hell was that? You're invited. Come join a fun game of Drunk Soggy Biscuit with your favorite Twitch streamers at the next streamer party. Diddy Denim's Ludwig Pokimane. What the fuck? Tommy in it, Mizkiff. What? Oh my god. Hasan Piker! Dude, that's the first collab Miz has gotten in months, bro. That's huge for him. Here we go. Oh, damn.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Content Cop.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm very excited for today's episode. Cameron, I could not be more excited to see you go after Hasan Piker. I believe that.
Dude, it really feels like Cameron has dedicated his life to becoming iDubbbz before he was gay as fuck. It really feels like we've gone back in time. I think he needs to shave his head, though. He needs to shave his head. He does.
And indeed, it would be easy money to talk about this arrogant and immoral piece of shit until the end of time. In
Yep.
the end, I'd get a nice check, and Hasan would have a new name in his little circle of people that he likes to blame whenever someone tries to hold him to account. And
Hey, wait. Is that me? Oh, that's me, bro. We made it, boys. Look at that. God damn, Nicholas Eats Oreos looks really in shape here, bro. Good for him. Hey, I'm proud of him, bro. Good for him. No hate. I think the Nicholas Eats Oreos nickname is so funny. I have no hatred towards that guy at all. I just think it's funny as fuck. By the way, Nicholas, if that name bothers you, let me know. I can stop calling you that. I just think it's hilarious.
And as fun as all of that sounds, if you're expecting me to stoke the flames of this forever war, you're going to be pretty disappointed because this video does not focus on Hasan Piker. Actually, I've had a completely different streamer in mind since the day I announced I would be continuing Content Cop myself.
And you know what's crazy? I already know who this Content Cop's about because he DM'd me who it was going to be about as well. He literally has been cooking this for months. And I was excited, man. Let's see it.
Many of you may be very happy to hear this name. He's very spineless, and just like his daddy, he's a horrible friend, and he loves to dodge accountability. Let's up those numbers!
Jellywig!
The one and only Ludwig, or as I like to call him, Hasan's Piker. For those upset that this
You gotta call him Jellywig, man. Jellywig, Slugwig.
video is actually focused on Hasan's lapdog rather than relitigating all the bullshit he's done over the years, you
Of
can watch
course.
Ethan's content nuke or any of the wide variety of great
I'm actually very interested in this because a lot of people have the mindset that Ludwig has done a bunch of horrible shit over the years, but has skirted accountability for pretty much all of them. So I'm actually very curious to hear what he has to say here. And I know Cameron deep dives like crazy.
videos that Willie Mack has made on the subject. Those will be linked in the description, and also, don't worry, this doesn't mean I don't plan on ever criticizing Hasan or don't have plans to cover him in a video like this. It's probably not going to be a content copy. It requires a fucking SWAT team, okay? This isn't a normal arrest. But if you want to know my rationale for this bait and switch, I'll put it on screen. Today's
Okay.
theme on Content Cop is purity. To briefly describe Ludwig and his content, he is a popular Twitch streamer, YouTuber, and a 30-year-old charismatic frat boy with a disingenuous feeling personality.
Sure.
30 years old. We got a 30-year-old man calling me fucking ugly on a goddamn social media website.
He's also the longtime partner of QT Cinderella, who will also be mentioned in this video. Mario, this is no to Fireflower, Mario.
Oh yeah, waiting time.
His content
Oh,
consists
yeah.
of these cowardly, shitty, hypocritical takes. A lot of it's very boring. He also runs these streamer events where they just feel like these self-flagellation spectacles rather than anything of substance. Like a big fucking game of Soggy Biscuit where everyone's just gonna jerk each other off.
I remember the first streamer awards were so good, but then streamers became so obsessed with getting their dick sucked live on stage that now it's just an ad fiesta of circle jerking everybody who's liked and just shitting on anybody who has any controversy to them. They were even taking shots at me last year. Like, what the fuck was that? That shit was weird as fuck. Like, dude, they took shots at me because I wore a MAGA hat. Like, Jesus, bro, get a grip, dude. Like, good Lord, we get it. You voted Kamala Harris. Good for you, I guess. I guess Donald Trump is evil. If you think that he's good, that means that you're bad. I mean, Jesus. I mean, bro, over half the country voted for the guy, bro. I mean, if you don't like him so much, then fucking move. You know what I mean? It's a fucking hat, brother. And second of all, Ludwig doesn't feel disingenuous. He is disingenuous. There is a difference because even Hasan has admitted that Ludwig sits there for hours and crafts the most inoffensive takes that he himself doesn't believe in order to appease this following that he has. I mean, Hasan, his owner, even said that about his dog, which is insane.
You like that, Mr. Patcher? Could I interest you in some baby oil? No, Mr. Patcher. Don't worry, Mr. Patcher. There's a lot more where that came from. All of that alone made him someone on my radar and made me start writing for this fucking video. However, the cherry on top is his blatant dodging of accountability and his part in a certain epidemic that we will be discussing later today. Alert! Alert! Hasan's feelings were hurt. Alert! Alert!
Oh, no.
Hasan's feelings were hurt.
Hasan mad? What did I do?
Today's episode of Content Cop Reload is sponsored by my socials and my lovely
Do I not
patrons and
know about
members.
this?
For behind-the-scenes content and live streams, be sure to check out my second channel, Chaotic Camera. Join the Discord server and interact with the
Is
community.
this some
and don't forget
lore
to follow
that I don't
Twitter
know
and
about?
Instagram, or you could support me like these lovely people by becoming a patron or channel member.
Okay.
Lastly, we're getting really close to 100K, so take it away, Ludwig.
Did Hasan actually cry?
Now, before I go any further, I want to make something clear on a more serious note. I don't hate Ludwig, and by no means do I think he's the
Moron moves is insane.
worst person on Twitch. Not at all. I've just always got this disingenuous vibe from him. I think he's a coward who's been showing his ass for a while without any criticism, and that's why I'm making this video. Now, while I was working on this video, a giant controversy involving Ludwig occurred, which we will be going over in more detail, but to summarize, at one of his streamer events, Ludwig invited his alcoholic friend and then encouraged him to abuse alcohol to a dangerous and deadly degree. This caused many uncomfortable situations, especially for the female guests, which Ludwig dodged all accountability for. This incident only reinforced the criticism I had already planned to bring forward, but I needed to mention it regardless. So with that, today we'll be giving Ludwig his long-awaited purity test and seeing how his content holds up against his values. Have you ever met someone that just doesn't really have a personality? Like they completely shift who they are and what their values are depending on their environment? Well, our chameleon jellyfish friend Ludwig here does that a lot. Of course, it's natural to adapt to your environment and those around you, but I'm talking like a complete shift in personality and morals depending on who you need to appease. In one of his Mogul mails, Ludwig covers Hasan's streaming is more soul-crushing than a 9-to-5 job comment.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome, a real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you, you know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
Ludwig is anything but negative.
Straight up retard. Jesus. I get saying that shit ironically, but saying that unironically is insane. I forgot he said that. Jesus Christ. What, dude, that's how you know he's never worked for anything his entire life. What a fucking Nepo baby take.
Towards Hasan in these clips. He's extremely soft on him. Yeah, he
Worst take I've ever heard from him. Brother, that's not even in the top 10 worst things he said, brother. And even that is still fucking groundbreaking.
pokes a little bit of fun, but he shows the full context, and that's that. He was extremely fair. But then Hasan finds out and watches, and he gets mad, and his feelings get hurt, and his chat is like, "L Ludwig."
As a streamer myself for almost 6 years now, on how hard it really is. I'm kidding. I would look. I just.
Oh god, it's such a fake fucking thing to do. Using someone who you're friends with, like being maliciously clipped out of context to be like, I'm actually
maliciously clipped out of context. Brother, that was the whole context. Nice nail polish, by the way. Jesus.
one of the good content creators. Like, it's like no different than what Muda did. He showed the context though. It doesn't fucking matter that he showed the context.
Maliciously clipped out of context. Actually, it was in full context. It doesn't matter the context. God, this guy's retarded. You know what's crazy? He didn't even give the full context, which is, this is what he did. Also, side note, Hasan is retarded.
It's like, it's odd that I have to just like sit here and be like, yeah, that's right, dude. Yeah, wag your fucking finger at me. He fucking threw me to the flames.
And this is like the end of the world. Hasan's
Call
mad.
Hasan and apologize.
Hasan's mad. I've got to get SpongeBob back.
Why is Hasan mad? What did I do? What did I do?
I'm sorry, Hasan Patcher.
Because I'm a mogul male? I feel like everything I said was fine. Am I crazy? Farbed for views? Oh, well, I mean, shit. That's the deal. I'll just fucking pull him out of the thumbnail, and then I feel like it doesn't really.
Please take my offering.
That's a change on the fly, baby.
Delete the video. We can't have that. You cannot be mad, Hasan Patcher. New video, new.
What a absolute pussy. That was genuine fear. That was genuine fear coming from Ludwig. pissing off his ward, Hasan. That reminded me of 4 years ago where, you know what? I don't need to talk about it. No, that was genuine fear. That was genuine fear.
Take, okay. He called it a re-upload, but it was a new take the next video. Oh,
Say it. I'll say it. Just not now. Don't worry. We'll say it, just not now.
to explain why he had to re-record the video instead of saying that he has to fix his wording for Hasan, he decides to blame drama commentators instead. It's fucking hilarious.
I was just being used in a proxy war for people who don't like Hasan. Why the fuck am I being used for that? Good. It's crazy. It's crazy people. And this is the one that sent me over the edge. Now, this is a DM from a guy that just said no balls.
Oh, that sent you over the edge? Dude, the ego on this motherfucker. I'll expand upon this in a later part of the video, but I wanted to bring up this example specifically because it's very obvious that Ludwig wants to appease as many people as possible. Now, I'm no mind reader. I don't know his intentions, but it might have something to do with the fact that
I want to remind you guys that he went on a hiatus of Mogul Mail for a year over that slight misunderstanding with Hasan, which, by the way, if you want to avoid creators that you're going to have a misunderstanding with, highly recommend steering clear from Hasan because Hasan doesn't even understand the own shit that's coming out of his own mouth. Yes. Highly recommend we get away from that.
Organizes a lot of streamer events, that his, girlfriend runs the streamer awards and has a podcast with Hasan, or maybe he's just a nice guy. I don't know, but my critique is that it feels very inauthentic and fake. And of course, if nothing bad came of this, then I probably wouldn't be talking to you about it. But as we all know, that's just simply not the case. With the burden of having to appease as many people as possible, there are going to be a few hiccups along the way when you're trying to virtue signal for all that desired approval.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where, like, 95% of people feel good and are down for it.
This is a very rare clip of Frogan not stuffing her fucking face. I'm surprised this actually exists on the internet.
And like ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated 10K because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate, but I won't throw it on you. You know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Between like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
Take. Hey, I know Arabs are dying, but I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000. And if you're not against genocide at this point, like, keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000. Keep your little chump change. Like,
now Ludwig off.
If you're not against genocide, I'm trying to remember what culture has genocide baked into it. What was that again? Can't remember what that was. Can't remember. There's actually a couple of them. How are we going to guilt somebody for guilting $10,000 to a cause that they believe in and then minimalize it to fucking white people donate money again to support causes they believe in and then say cracker? Frogan, do you know what I could call you? How in the fuck do we not have more punishments for these retards throwing around cracker like they own it? It's insane. I'll be real, guys. Like, hey, if I can't say the N-word, if I can't say the C-word, if I can't say the A-word, if I can't say the T-word, why the fuck do they get to say cracker? That's not y'all's word. That's my word. Y'all don't get to say that shit. Absolutely not. You do not get to say my word, our word. So to all my crackers in chat, we are taking this shit back from these retards. The fact that Twitch didn't ban them for saying that shit, what the fuck? Is one slur not as bad as the rest of them? Okay, dude. Bullshit. This gravitationally challenged streamer saying cracker. Frogan's lucky she's been cleaning up her act lately. Because good lord, what a dense fucking idiot.
Obviously is not in the wrong in the example that I just played, but it is really funny seeing him try to dodge all the fucking bullets like it's the goddamn Matrix, and yet he's still not able to appease one of Hasan's moderators, or Hasan himself.
Two wrongs don't make it right. He was bad and trying to appeal to everyone and not take a real solid stance, but Frogan should have called him that. No, I don't give a shit about, like, someone being called a cracker, okay? As someone who is white and has, like, used that word myself.
And this shit's already cucked. He already defends Hasan tooth and nail all the time. Mr. Hasan Petcher, I would never spec ill of you. Take some baba oil. He loves the baba oil on his fetch. But it's especially cucked given the fact that he was going apeshit defending her over Ethan misspeaking about the order of which she won Rising Star of the Year. And by God, let me tell you, that star
rising scale
is still rising.
Base?
She gets nominated for Rising Star again. Are they?
Now, I tried messaging to deal with it offline, but this is just wrong. And not only like wrong information, it's like fake and doctored information. First off,
at the street.
Look, I won't speak for Cutie. I'm not friends with Frogan. I don't particularly like Frogan. The problem here is that he goes on to say, oh, she won an award and then got nominated the next year and then has a joke. This is a totally fake image. And when I did a bit of research, I did a reverse image search, I find out this fake image came from Destiny's subreddit a few months ago. To be clear, it is true that she was nominated in 2021 and lost, and then was again nominated 2022 and then won.
That's the same thing! That is literally the same thing that everybody was saying. How can you get the Rising Star nomination twice? Oh my God. This lie was actually true, guys. This lie was actually... Oh my God.
Oh yeah, did I mention that he also co-hosts the Streamer Award?
Keep your little chump change. Like,
Yeah, Ludwig, keep your chump change. In fact, never fucking show your face around here again.
Jesus.
Go be a VTuber. Go use your chump change on VTubing. You know, Ludwig's a pure guy. He'll tell you himself. He loves to virtue signal. Like, there was this time where Hasan and a bunch of buddies decided to attack this YouTuber in the name of feminism, and for some reason, Ludwig just decided it was a perfect time to jump in. But he doesn't like to cover drama, of course. He's Ludwig from video games. But we can break this rule if it's in the name of feminism, of course. And my problem there is when you make blanket posts on issues that fucking everyone agrees on just to get good boy points from your peers and audience who eat that shit up. Now, this is not a problem exclusive to Ludwig.
You know who's a content creator that really doesn't tell people what they want to hear? There's this one guy who for some reason continues to talk about pirate software and defend him from the OnlyFans drama, and every time he does, he gets so much shit. I don't care, man. I'm not here to tell you what you guys already think. I'm here to tell you what I think, and you can disagree with me if you want. I do not give a fuck. I know what the bad takes are. I do. I'll say them anyways. I know what public opinion wants to hear. I'm not here to tell you guys that. If I wanted, I don't need you to tell you what the public opinion is because you already know it because that's what you think.
But it's still extremely pretentious and annoying, especially from people who actually have the means to fucking do something. It's the type of shit that turns people who would otherwise be more outspoken and willing to take action for the cause away from wanting to support it at all. It would be better to donate to or promote resources that actually help the cause you're virtue signaling about, or at least add a meaningful discussion to whatever the fuck you're bitching about. Otherwise, please, shut the fuck up.
True.
Ludwig is not just a chameleon. He's also a jellyfish. No spine, no opinions, just
Jellywig!
Now, if I were a betting man, I would bet that this man's ass has a lot of splinters. He loves to sit on that fence. We call him Splinter Ass. I'm sure there's wood all over that ass. Hasan, how much wood is on Ludwig's ass? So much wood on that ass from all that fence sitting, because he loves to sit on that fence. I'm starting to wonder if something funny is going on between Ludwig and fences, the way he loves to fence sit.
Whitewashed
NMP led you to believe that Ludwig actually makes drama content. And that's just not true. He's only Ludwig from video games. He doesn't talk about drama.
Don't care to discuss 99% of this because I'm Ludwig from video games. However, H3H3,
except for the numerous amount of times he's talked about drama. Ludwig ran a fucking boring channel called Mogul Mail where he would talk about whatever he felt like. Sometimes he would cover internet trauma that he totally cared about, or just whatever the fuck else came to his mind. On its face, I really don't have a problem with this, other than the fact I find a lot of these videos to be really fucking boring. However, when you take a look at some of the topics he chooses to cover, you see a lot of conflicts of interest. Ludwig barely ever takes a stance in any of these videos unless it's super fucking safe for him. Yet, he always expresses feeling the need to talk about it. He took weeks being so afraid to take a stance on the Mr. Beast drama because they were friends, and frankly, I assume he saw a lot of holes in the way this dipshit tried presenting this story, but was afraid to press on it because he knew his audience would tear him apart because it was popular to hate Mr. Beast at that moment in time. And on the same token, there were things that were super easy to criticize Mr. Beast for that were undeniable that he was completely dodging. Now, I should clarify he did apologize for this instance of fence sitting. However, he decided to take some random fucking ASMR channel down with him who got a little bit of information wrong, and honestly, the shit that the guy got wrong was up to semantics. It felt really unnecessary in a way to dodge some of the accountability. In some of these videos, he almost looks uncomfortable covering these situations, yet insistent on doing it anyways.
when there's a topic that needs to be talked about. Not necessarily because I'm dying to talk about it, but because it is so relevant in the space that I am in, or I am perceived to be so close to said topic that not talking about it doesn't seem like an option.
Earlier, I showed the example of Ludwig deleting a Mogul.
There's always these quote-unquote drama channels that are really afraid of being called quote-unquote drama channels, so they have like this identity crisis where they constantly have to justify what it is that they're doing, and it actually leads to some people's destruction of their very own channels because they can't stand being called a drama channel. Guys, I'll be real, there's nothing wrong with being a drama channel. There's legit nothing wrong with it. Okay, it's current events. It's what goes on in the world. It's what people are talking about. It. Talking about what's hot doesn't matter.
Mail over Hasan getting mad. It's a perfect example of Ludwig being a coward fence sitter. When the softest joke makes Hasan angry, he has to make damage control. What was even more cowardly was after the fact, when he made a new video recovering the situation, he tried to blame himself deleting the video on his sponsor not getting good views.
The video was called "Do Streamers Have Hard Jobs?" And the reason I took it down is because we had a great sponsor on it. But the great sponsor wasn't getting great views.
Instead of just admitting the obvious fact that
That's not a thing. I've never heard that. There is no sponsor that has ever said, we're not getting enough views, take the video down. That is not how that works. What a sponsor will do is, and they will say, if you hit this certain threshold, you'll get this pay. If you want the rest, you can upload another video with this in it as well. There has never been a sponsor. Ludwig, I challenge you. Send me the email of them saying, take the video down, it didn't get enough views. That doesn't exist. That is a straight up fucking lie. That is a guys, I know a lot about sponsors. I work with Mythic Talent a lot. I've worked with many ad companies. Never in my 5 years of working with ad companies has any sponsor ever requested any talent to take down a video because it wasn't getting enough views. That is not true. Unless, of course, that sponsor you're talking about is Hasan himself. Absolute fucking liar.
We all saw on stream that he was just trying not to piss off Daddy Hasan.
You should call Hasan and apologize. Why is Hasan mad? What did I do? Because I'm a mogul male?
It would have been so easy to say to your audience, look, this guy's my friend, and I don't want to jeopardize our friendship, nor do I think I can be impartial. People would still look at you funny for being friends with Hasan, but it would still eliminate half the problem. Did you guys know Hasan attended a Diddy party?
I walked into this like back like sphere Epcot looking thing in the back of like the house that P. Diddy was renting for his and was throwing after parties at Coachella, and they were playing like these crazy things for people who were high. One of the images that they were playing was like this little girl, this like supposedly attractive, very young girl.
Hasan, what do you mean by that? Why do you keep on, like, why would you even say that? You went to a party with pedophiles who were telling you a child was hot. Why did you stay there?
Friend you got there, Ludwig. But of course, he's got to cover everything while keeping every friendship.
Yeah, I went to a pedophile party, but like, I didn't fuck any kids. I just talked to people that did. The fuck?
Intact. Yes, even that friendship. A quick recap if you don't know.
Weird ass
Ludwig's friend
motherfucker.
Atrioc was caught looking at deepfake porn of female streamers, including Ludwig's girlfriend, Cutie Cinderella. It obviously caused a big controversy. I found this situation to be very odd, and I'm not going to be overly critical here because I can understand how weird of a situation this must have been for him. I will point out, however, that he did not have to dip his toes and make a video on this situation whatsoever. He could have just been supportive of his girlfriend behind it.
Pandora's box, man. Pandora's box. Nobody has to wonder what anybody looks like naked now. They just go to Chat GPT. They go, Grok, turn her around. Grok, cover her with glue. Pandora's box, man. It really did, open something that will never be closed ever again.
Scenes. Yet he let his audience push him around and force him to make a video talking about it.
I felt pressure to make this video. Some people were mad at me in my DMs and they tweeted at me that I've taken so long to make this video. But I hope you get that I prioritized being a boyfriend to my girlfriend, who's had a very shit past couple of days, over being like mogul male guy. But then when I sat down to think of like, okay, what am I supposed to say here? What is my take?
I can't be the only one who found this video strange. He's very light on Atrioc and instead focuses his attention on blaming men. That's right, it's men at fault for what your friend did.
It didn't feel like there was any other take to have than the one being expressed by all the women online. So rather than tell you...
Yeah, Atrioc, man, like he's like S-tier gooner at this point, man. Bro is a absolute fucking gooner. Like, damn, bro. That's wild. You know, it's like when people come up to you and they see your girlfriend and they're like, oh, you're a lucky, lucky man. It's like, so what? You want to fuck my girlfriend, or what the fuck do you mean by that? What do you mean by I'm a lucky man? What do you mean I'm a lucky guy? What do you mean by that?
You a random dude's opinion on all this. I figured I would
That's
just show
exactly
you
what that means. I know.
We're poignant and powerful.
Literally
Nice.
calling someone a lucky man when you see their wife or girlfriend is a polite way of saying, yeah, bro, I'd fuck your wife.
Really about Atrioc. He's just another man partaking in the problem. It's about men feeling entitled to every part of a woman online and the desire to consume so much that they are willing to rob women of their personhood. It's about the men who will defend him because they see nothing wrong with viewing women as solely vessels for their pleasure.
That's right. Another man, Ludwig, took an opportunity to virtue signal after reading off another female streamer's tweet saying that male streamers shouldn't be talking about this because they can't even relate.
None of you should care or listen to what any male streamer's take is on how we feel.
Now, I'm cool with him forgiving his friend, and I think it's cool that he publicly supported his girlfriend. And
Great
if that was
take,
the plan, he
Jellywig.
could have just not commented further. Now, to be clear, I think Atrioc has overall done everything he could to make the situation right, and it seems like everyone has forgiven each other, and I think that's great. I'm just saying, letting your audience force a response out of you after another female voice told you not to, and then using that opportunity to virtue signal was kind of odd to me and felt kind of cowardly. Another great example is a mogul male Ludwig made last year on the Twitch Adpocalypse. This video's got it all. Fence-sitting, cowardly behavior, bad journalism, arrogance, hypocrisy, the whole shebang, honestly. Kind of reminds me of a video's namesake, huh? Shh. I love you, Hasan Patcher. For context, last year, the Twitch apocalypse started after many viewers, and notably Dan Saltman, pushed for Twitch to stop upholding double standards against creators. This was after a bunch of clips of Hasan and his orbiters resurfaced of them saying anti-Semitic remarks disguised as anti-Zionist remarks without punishment. However, Asmongold made a nasty comment against Palestinians, which at least he apologized for, and got a week-long ban. This led to a campaign of viewers led by Dan.
Yo, guys, how many of y'all think that Asmongold should have apologized for what he said? How many of you guys think he was wrong? Anyways.
Saltman to email a bunch of advertisers over Hasan's behavior to pull ads from Twitch, and it worked. Then Hasan blamed Asmongold for the Twitch apocalypse, and Asmongold said it's both of their faults, and in all reality, in my genius, humble, well-informed, dumbass opinion, it's Twitch's fault. On principle, I'm generally against ad boycott.
Absolutely. Hey, 100%. You ban Hasan, it doesn't matter. 80 other Hasans will take his place. If you ban Hasan, Mike from PA takes his place. If you ban Mike from PA, Denims takes their place. Twitch needs to change their site. They need to change their rules, or they need to enforce their rules. But the problem is that Twitch says you can't do this, then streamers do this, some get banned, some don't. And that's the problem. And you can't say, oh, I just didn't see it, when Hasan promotes terrorism to 30,000 people a day.
I can tell you firsthand that shit affects small creators the most. And as a big fan of the First Amendment, I think Twitch has too many policies that are way too strict on what can and can't be said, that are selectively enforced, leading to these double standard situations. They should either enforce the rules fairly or fucking change them, but they always refuse to do so. I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot to say on Twitch, so shit, maybe a video about it will come one day. And for Ludwig, because of Hasan and orbiters being involved, this is probably a lot to dodge and a pretty scary situation to be in, so maybe he would take the route of just not covering it, but we know that's not gonna happen. So how does Ludwig cover the situation?
That's right, another Mogul Mail.
That's right. Welcome back to another episode of Moron Mail. I'm your host, Slugwig. Log because that's what I like to sit on when I'm sitting on the fence. And today we're gonna have some of the bravest takes imaginable. So he starts the video off with a lie, marketing this video as the definitive video on the subject.
We're talking about the Twitch adpocalypse. Why? Because I was talking to my friend Shake about it last night, and I wanted to look up a video to learn more about it, and there was none. So I decided, okay, I will make one.
Which just isn't even true. There were a ton of videos already made on the subject, especially by Chicken Charleston over here. After explaining how ads work on Twitch for fucking 5 minutes, he shows his bias immediately by obfuscating the reason people are upset with Twitch. He blames the apocalypse on the Asmongold ban.
Where did the advertisers go? Do they hate Twitch all of a sudden? Well, the genesis of this, as far as I can tell, is when Asmon got banned off of Twitch.
He avoids mentioning Hasan.
Where people are like, okay, you ban Asmon for saying this thing about Palestinian people, but, you know, what about this person saying this thing about this people?
He tiptoes around Frogan's racial...
I think the problem is that Asmon didn't really say anything wrong. It was just the generalization that he did. Saying every one of this is like this never leads to anything productive. That's pretty much it.
Tier list.
And they banned several Arab streamers following a Habibi rating panel that was at TwitchCon, and you can see the sponsors are in the background.
He claims Asmongold blamed himself, which is half true because he showed half the context.
Hasan is blaming Asmongold for the adpocalypse for teaming up with people who he says, and Asmon is
looking at me and blaming me. I want to say you're welcome.
Wait. Yeah, where is the part where he goes at Miskiff? He actually deleted that?
Taking blame himself. And probably talking about DEI again for the 100th time.
Damn, Ludwig, did Hasan write that joke himself?
If I had to guess.
Excellent backpedal. Don't want to start drama, of course. And this fucking boggled me the most, because after the video dropped, he actually cuts apart from his video, which was a clip of Mizkif saying that Hasan should have been banned. Hey, yo, you know.
Do we have it?
Oh, it's bad when LSF is calling you out, too. It's very clear he's trying to do some fucking PR for Hasan.
Do we have it?
This video runs off cherry-picked clips and a giant avoidance of showing off the clips of Hasan saying insanely controversial things that Dan Saltman used to run this boycott. This video was a terrible attempt to be an unbiased look at the adpocalypse while ignoring the facts of the situation and running PR for his shitty friends, who, as we've already shown, don't exactly reciprocate the same energy.
This is a cracker take.
Frogan should have called him that. No, I don't give a shit.
You don't have to loaf me, Hasan. I still loaf you. Why don't we read the comments? Ludwig knows exactly why this is happening and who is causing it, but being unable to say why and who for obvious reasons is hilarious. Lud, you're better off not covering a topic if you have to tiptoe around so much to avoid offending friends. Lud kept criticizing Mr. Beast for not speaking out against his friends, other YouTubers for not speaking out, and then drops the dish. Nice try, Lud. Now, as we've established, he did
it is crazy how comfortable he is shitting on Asmongold for the same shit that he supports Hasan doing. It actually is really bad. I mean, genuinely, he is a spineless bastard. It is crazy. I actually forgot about all this. Surprisingly. I actually forgot how spineless this shit was. Yeah, no, it's actually so pathetic. It's insane.
actually take some heat for this. So what does Ludwig...
Yeah, this video is great, man. Cameron's killing it.
Ludwig do in response? Does he acknowledge and remove his shitty content? Does he make a video correcting the record? Does he attempt to take accountability? Nope, instead he abandons his channel. And then when asked why he stopped uploading, he shits on the drama commentary community, says he's officially quitting the channel, and is done making any more drama content.
Will you post on Mogul Mail again? No, I don't think so. I think the drama landscape has changed quite a bit on YouTube in a way that I don't like. I don't like it so much because there is sometimes fun drama, but I do think drama frogs have become more powerful, scarier, to be honest.
What a fuck.
Yeah, it's because your buddy Hasan causes 99% of drama on the internet, and you're too much of a pussy to call him out. Absolutely.
Disingenuous.
Everybody knows it.
And trust me, we're not done talking about Mogul Mail. As spoiler alert, he hasn't stopped talking about drama. Well, shit. As of editing this video, he returned to the Mogul Mail channel to talk about Jeffrey Epstein. While I haven't watched this video yet, I say with full confidence that there is a non-zero chance that he defends Hasan from being in the Epstein files. Another little funny anecdote that I thought I'd throw in is that he is friends with Pirate Software. Oh, and there was another act of cowardice that we're going to cover where he throws his friend under the bus and avoids all accountability.
Rough.
But we'll cover that when we get to the recent situation.
Very rough.
I swear I love the giant.
You know what? I'm putting myself in Ludwig's shoes right now.
Is this the clip? Let's see.
I personally just wish politics were permanently banned off Twitch. I really do. I think a lot of stress and a lot of problems will be gone if they're just like, hey, you want to be political? Get off the website. You want to be a political boy? Go to Twitter. Don't do it here anymore. I swear. I think all political streamers should be banned. If you're really political, then get off. Because if we can't handle it with the ad, if it's going to affect ad revenue for everybody, it's going to ruin the website. You might as well do it anyway. You have to.
Covering politics is fine when you don't appeal to extremists. It's really that easy.
You have to. Hasan gets banned. If it affects every content creator losing ad revenue, which also might affect the entirety of Twitch, Hasan should get banned. Absolutely.
The problem with that is that content creators as a whole are going to continue to pander and pander and pander to whatever side they gets the most views, which will eventually lead them down the route of becoming far left or far right. That is the problem. When you seek a pursuit and success in politics, you'll become more and more and more extreme. So it's almost like inevitably, or you will inevitably become that which you sought to be different from. Yeah, I'm assuming Mizkif probably question mark spamming that video or that clip removed, as well as Hasan. Let's keep going here. So therefore, we must ban politics? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I wouldn't care.
Now, and I'm starting to feel bad for him.
Listen, guys, I'll be real. If you want to watch politics, go watch CNN, watch Fox News. You don't have to watch a streamer react to CNN or Fox News to know what your opinion is. Yeah, I think it's gay as fuck. But that being said, oh well. I mean, I will probably eventually watch some shit like that just because it's allowed on Twitch. And if it gets me more viewers, sure, why the fuck not? As well as if I get to watch Trump say something funny, I'm down. But yeah, it is what it is.
Slugwig, greatest streamer ever.
But I would prefer Twitch to ban politics. I think that would be great. But the problem is, I don't trust them in knowing what is politics and what is not politics.
When you're that big of a fucking coward that you gotta suck off every morsel of clout to keep your events from imploding and to keep your girlfriend's podcasts and award shows intact, that's gotta be hard. I'm hard. And as you could probably imagine, putting yourself in that position sets you up for a lot of hypocrisy. What up, chat? Let me up these numbers. I mean, how the fuck can you be morally consistent when your morals gotta change depending on who you need to appease right now, right? The hypocrisy writes itself, and plenty of examples of Ludwig being a hypocrite, like his inconsistent drama coverage on Mogul Mail, have already been shown. But that doesn't mean I'm done. Ludwig is very selective.
Hell yeah!
Like, he'll virtue signal about his friends and whatnot, but when it comes to smaller creators getting fucked over, not my problem, even if it's the cardinal sin of YouTube.
I saw the drama yesterday with WestJet, if you saw that. That's Valorant related.
Wait, I feel like I looked this up, but I forget. What is it?
He made a video about Shazam, and then Shazam copyright struck him.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, this is all lame. I don't care.
I mean, it's still fucked up. It's a false copyright strike.
It is.
That's some dog shit.
Remember how Ludwig said he was done covering drama?
That's fucking crazy. Wait, WestJet got fucked over by one of his friends? That's ridiculous.
He fucking lied. Yep, here he is covering another drama, which is fuck me. Okay, and I'm never gonna escape this fucking topic. Actually, well, I'm not as depressed as I was when writing that because it got canceled and there's a lot of funny stuff happening and Issa's crashing out. It's all good, but that's for another video. But anyways, take a wild guess at who Ludwig tried running PR for this time. Any guesses? Yeah, you in the back over there.
So he doesn't care if like a random person gets fucked over because they're not related to him. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of people on this platform have that same take of it. If I don't know who's involved, then I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, empathy for the common man has truly left the streamer space entirely.
Was it the job hunt?
Muy bien, let's go. Yeah, so when iDubbbz and Anissa left Creator Clash and the new owners leaked that Ian and Anissa were being dishonest about profiting off of the event, naturally,
34%.
people felt scammed. But fear not, Ludwig is here to save the day. He goes on to misrepresent the actual argument, saying it doesn't matter that the other events failed, and it doesn't matter that they were profiting this time around, because the first one did really good.
So it was a scam?
Wow.
I feel like that has to be like the worst faith interpretation. I think if an event is successful and raises $1.3 million for charity on their first go around, their big plan isn't like, oh my God, and this next time we run it, we're going to make money for ourselves. Now that we've raised the 1.3 million for charity, now we get to make some money of our own. You would just take the 1.3 mil on the first go around. 1.3 mil is a lot of money, bro. That's hella bread. So I feel like you're just not, if you're looking at it in a vacuum, yeah, I think you could call that a scam.
I'm looking at it in a vacuum and I still really don't understand.
But you're ignoring the context of the first one that was hella successful.
Nobody's ignoring the context of the first event. I certainly didn't.
Yeah, bro. They raised $1.3 million off the backs of other creators. So it's fine if they try to steal 34% of their earnings from charity from future events. Oh, okay, that's great. So I guess that means if I have one good relationship, then I'm allowed to beat my next 3 partners. Oh, thanks, Ludwig. Yay! Yippee! Good job, Lud. I'm glad. Learning with Ludwig. Very true, dude.
You're ignoring is the context of the second event. And while this time around, they were profiting off of the event and marketing it as a charity event when none of the event proceeds were going to charity.
Joke's on you. I'm going to beat him anyways.
He then proves over and over
this
that
is
he
very
just does not
educational.
understand the situation whatsoever in a way that's really fucking frustrating.
I think that shit hella flopped. How did CC2 make no money? Because they had a pay-per-view model and they just didn't.
No, why did it flop? They didn't promote the event, dude. You don't understand the event.
Is money paid not towards charity until event costs are paid? Yeah, but presumably. Because where else is the money coming from? And I guess, do you guys consider that a scam?
No, it's not what anyone's talking about. Yeah, dumbass, that's how the first 2 events were operated, and nobody has a problem with the first one. The problem with the second one is that the costs were going to bullshit, and the problem with the third one is that it wasn't even a fucking charity event as advertised. Now, why is this in the hypocrisy section? Buckle up, because this is fucking...
I feel like people get real bad faith or virtue signally when it comes to charity stuff. Yeah, maybe grandstandy. I don't know the exact word, but I feel like when charity, like the word charity is hit, people are like, heavens. And most incredibly successful charities understand that it's a business and things need to be able to operate not just one time, but consistently many times.
Buddy, who are you defending? They constantly use charity as a shield to virtue signal. That was one of the biggest critiques of the event.
We can just call a spade a spade. These are drama frogs. These are all drama frogs who are very mad at Ian and Anissa. But like, I think the wind is out of the sails because unless they're lying, they have nothing to do with this. They won't be a part of it. They own none of it. They stand to gain nothing from it. So it's like, what are we yelling at?
We also have some breaking new additions to this section. Now that Creator Clash 3 is canceled, he flip-flopped again. Oh, now it's Ian and Anissa's fault. Now it was fucked from the start. It's just like, pick a goddamn side and stick with it. Also, you gotta love his chat. Like, no wonder he's scared shitless and can't have an actual take of anything.
I think ultimately, the right call that they...
Oh, this clip was bad, guys. This clip was bad.
They canceled it.
This clip was bad.
With it, I think it would have done so bad. Ethan Klein did it. Okay, I'm not trying to be controversial here, but I do think iDubbbz posting the content cop was one of the dumbest moves ever. Straight up.
Here we go.
That was crazy. I think it was not considerate of how many other people would be dragged into the situation who don't give a fuck and just want to fight. You know, make that video when Creator Clash isn't happening, I would say.
I saw a lot of people praising.
Dude. His chat went violent after that common sense take. Because Ludwig's job is now, he's literally Hasan's janitor. He is.
Like, wow, he's actually saying the right thing this time around. Yeah, because it's fucking convenient.
Yep.
It's not like some new information was presented over the last
Very
month
true.
to change his mind, okay?
It is crazy how Ludwig finally gave an apology after everybody was against him because now it was convenient and good for him to do. Fucking nuts.
Because it's convenient.
Will Ludwig continue to be a hypocrite? Will Cameron finish editing this video before he has to move out? Will we ever know how much baby oil is required for a Ludwig event? Stay tuned and find out on this episode of Content Cop Reload.
I kissed 2 girls before, and it felt...
This section was my original reasoning for making this video until shit just continued to pile. I am not the first person and probably won't be the last person to point out how inauthentic and fake Mr. Chameleon Jellyfish's fucking personality feels. But to start, I need you guys to be introduced to this little game theory I have called streamer hierarchy. It's this hierarchy of different streamer cliques that all kind of just work together. The one I'm focusing on here is what I'll call the LA clique, which has kind of got 2 factions.
As a streamer, I'm absolutely going to vouch for this. There are sections of communities that are controlled by one major streamer, and they have to run everything by these streamers for who they do and who they don't do content with, as well as if they go off and be a free thinker and do content with someone who the ringleader doesn't approve of without consulting them, they will be berated dramatically in person or on DMs. Absolutely, this is a real thing. Absolutely. What's worse, the LA clique or the Austin clique? Even with how negatively biased I am with the Austin clique, I still want to say LA's worse. I do think the Austin crew is horrendously fake as fuck. The other problem that I have is that in Austin, they're very liberal. So much so that if you're a streamer in Austin that is right-leaning, you won't admit that publicly. And you'll only talk about it in DMs. But yeah, there's so many like giga-lib OnlyFans girls that are like aggressively against Donald Trump and against anybody who's even pseudo-Republican, that they'll try to blacklist you from everything. And for some reason, we give a fuck about OnlyFans girls' opinions here. I don't know why. Because it has nothing to do with their content. Like, at the end of the day, they're going to keep on sucking dicks for money. Like, well, who cares, right? They're going to be fine. I don't know why they're sweating that shit so much. But I do think the LA scene is worse.
There's the main bubble where you got fucking Ludwig, Cutie Cinderella, Fuslie, Valkyrie, Doug, etc. These are all the people that are well-connected, clean image, go to every event, yada yada. Then you got the outer bubble, Hasan, Pokimane, etc., who are either too big or too controversial to be at every event. But they're always welcome whether or not they pass the vibe check because there's so much audience overlap. Mr. Patcher, you're always welcome at my events. Perhaps more Mario Kart. There's Bepe Oil. Now, I got nothing against most of the people I just listed. There's just something very pretentious about the idea of this group. Especially because Ludwig and QT kind of act as the mean girls, or like the gatekeepers of the clique. They run...
That is so absurd they do that. Who are the leaders of each clique in Austin and LA? Well, who do you think? Let me make this very easy for you guys to identify this as. The streamers who do the most collaborative events and do the most get-togethers will be a ringleader of that area. So the more collabs they do, the more events they do, the more power, the more control they have over the space. There's a couple. And then if you know any of these streamers have someone who they directly respond to, that's the big dog on top of them. So for example, Ludwig is one of LA, and Ludwig answers to Hasan, and if Ludwig has to answer to Hasan, he's the big boss, and Ludwig's his little fucking minion that has to do what he says and coordinate things that he'll obviously invite him towards, right? That's a good example, right? So the people who collab farm are the ringleaders of that area and are usually, in my opinion, the worst people, because all of their misactions will never be called out due to the fact that people don't want to step on their toes for the weird-ass shit that they do, because then they won't be invited to the next party or the next big event. It sucks. It really does. But yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Most of the events, they have some control over who's valid and who isn't, which is explored in this video, and they call most of the shots. For example, the Streamer Awards, an event made by Ludwig's girlfriend, QT Cinderella. They control who's invited, they get the final say on nominees, and hell, if they wanted to, they can AstroTurf the votes. I mean, who won the first Streamer of the Year award?
The winner of the Streamer of the Year award is Ludwig.
Bro won Streamer of the Year at his own event. Okay, dude.
You guys would not believe who I had to sleep with to get this.
Must be a coincidence. That must be a coincidence. Cutie Cinderella would never. Maybe Cutie Cinderella had AstroTurfed it, but I know Ludwig would never, because if Ludwig had control over the Streamer Awards, we know who would be winning Streamer of the fucking Year. We know. We know who would that. Now consider how this clip ties into what we've already talked about so far relating to Ludwig. It's not that Ludwig cares. I'm not saying that he
got
doesn't,
robbed.
but it's that he needs to care. He needs to have this squeaky clean image. Like, you ever notice how none of these people play PR for Ludwig? They openly talk shit, yet everything's just fine? Now just keep my little game theory in mind, because I do expand upon it later, and also let me know your thoughts on it, because it might be worthy of its own video in the future. But my point is, Ludwig, you're like fucking YouTube's James Corden. Disingenuous and fake, but with a facade of this guy who's all happy-go-lucky that all the little streamer micro-celebrities need to be involved with. Now maybe none of that matters, and maybe if none of these events were overhyped, boring fucking garbage, I wouldn't care. Even so, that doesn't top our next subject.
So we're doing Beerio Kart World. It's an unsponsored event with no prize pool. I'm getting 24 people to compete for Beerio Kart World. And actually, chat, right now, let's figure out my list. Mango, of course, Mango. He's got to be invited. He has a chance of becoming a free time.
Okay, Mango is like an alcoholic. Mango can drink 30 beers and act the same he does off no beers. Let's up those numbers!
So throughout this video, I've been using the word boring a lot to describe his Mogul mail content. And honestly, any streamer, he's just talking about random shit. It's pretty boring. He doesn't really add anything new to the table because most of the time he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But him not knowing what he's talking about might not be the problem. I feel like he could totally up the ante and do something more funny and creative. I mean, shit, how entertaining are his events?
PP! Guys, Mango just blew a .25!
I see, so the only real wow factor of these events has just been alcohol. How about he just gets fucking shit-faced drunk? Hello everyone, welcome back to a Moron Mail. We have some crazy news today. We're upping the numbers today. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Today we're going to be talking about some crazy news. Anissa Jamal got all her tattoos removed, and I think this is crazy. Why did she do it? We think it's because of the patriarchy and, you know, all the pressure that mean iDubbbz puts on her. I think that's really fucked up, and I think we should look into that. But who am I to say? Actually, I think iDubbbz is a good guy, and I think we should forgive him. I think what's actually going on is it's Asmongold's fault. Potentially Tectone was involved. That's my take on the situation. But Asmongold just admitted
it's gotta
to
be
saying
Baldy's
slurs.
fault.
I won't make a stance on it. I'm not kidding. Look at the clip. He says on stream right here that he likes to say slurs off.
Dude, I am the biggest Tectone fan on the planet. That is my favorite fucking streamer right there, dude. Same shirt? I know. I'm trying to wear the same shirt every day for 300 days. We're on currently day 37.
Camera. And I don't really have an opinion on this, but I just thought it was important to let you know that he has said slurs before. Hasan would never. This has been Moron Mail. This has been Moron Mail. I'm gonna go kiss Hasan Piker on the mouth.
Yep.
Are hurting my feelings. Please stop calling me gay.
Let's up those numbers! Unfortunately, our test results have come in, and it seems that you failed. What the fuck, Ludwig? Who's gonna uncover for us now? So I had to make a lot of changes to my loose little script while researching for this video. Things kept happening over the past month. Now, we've already established that Ludwig likes hosting these gay little YouTube.
Yo, Cameron, sorry about that. I kind of blew up that situation a little bit. My bad, bro. My bad for blowing that situation a little bit. Yo, Knox! What up, baby, you fucking blue Jewish bastard?
YouTuber events. He recently held one for Mario Kart but drunk, and he called it Beerio Kart, which ended in such disaster it added to the budget of this video. I would have just been recording this in my cop outfit without consuming a lot of alcohol, but here I am. Now, why did this event end in disaster? Well, Ludwig decided to invite his alcoholic friend Mango to the event.
Okay, Mango is like an alcoholic. Mango can drink 30 beers and act the same he does off no beers.
Sounds like a fucking horrible idea. Did he at least try to keep him under control?
We gotta do PP! Guys, Mango just blew a .25!
No, he actively encouraged arguably deadly amounts of alcohol.
Jesus.
After getting seriously drunk, Mango started doing some not
fucking
so good
insane
things. He violated a Toad plushie, and he made a lot of the female streamers uncomfortable.
Final words.
Was any action taken during the event to stop this? No. Now, obviously, Mango fucked up here. No denying it. He's taking accountability and he's being punished. I'm not going to tear him apart here, but he absolutely fucked up. However, let's not act like it wasn't extremely irresponsible to invite a known alcoholic to your event. Ludwig absolutely has some responsibility in this. He was encouraging and shouting to the rooftops how dope it is that Mango is—
Oh, and by the way, if you disagree that Ludwig doesn't deserve to take any accountability, just know that he himself says that a streamer is responsible for his community, which means that he himself agrees that a streamer is responsible for the people who he invites to his parties. And that's the goddamn truth. By the way, if you are a streamer that invites people to party on camera and get them drunk, you're retarded. Try partying just because you enjoy being together rather than, oh, let me show you how many fake friends I have on camera. Very cool. Okay, dude.
This fucking drunk.
Everybody, Mango just blew a .32!
He was telling people how great of an alcoholic Mango is.
Okay, Mango is like an alcoholic. Mango can drink 30 beers and act the same he does off no beers.
I'm sorry, but hold up. Is that pirate software? Is this camera guy?
He's a machine of a
He
man.
said he had 7 beers already today.
If you ask him how many beers he's had lifetime, it's probably above 10,000.
He ignored people saying what he was doing was a bad idea.
He's the two-time champion. He's never lost.
To be clear, that is dangerous. That's not good. That's not good. That's dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
And he still never stopped Mango after shit hit a fan.
What are you pulling her hair?
Don't beat her ass
You guys are amazing.
I won't let her beat you up.
Thank you, Lud. That was so fun. Thank you for having me.
Hey,
boink,
thank you
boink,
for
boink. I did ask.
What's your final placing?
I got second in the worst cup, right?
That Borderlands sponsor actually good?
What?
Was that Borderlands sponsor good?
It was fun. I was loving it. I love Borderlands 4. But this was the best day ever. 10-hour stream.
Guys, I'm sorry, guys. It's still so weird to see that this dude was obviously still so far gone. Ludwig was right there, and he still didn't say, "Hey, bro, let me get you an Uber because you are fucking blasted." What type of friend lets him put his this guy put his career in jeopardy? He fucked his entire career because he wanted to use Mango for content because LOL, he's an alcoholic. Jesus, these girls are mid-looking. Listen, man, let's just all say the uncomfortable truth. There's many 6 of 10 women on the platform that are treated as 10 by 10s because they play video games on Twitch. Now, let's just be real. That is the truth. But that being said, don't be angry at a woman because they're successful just because you think they're ugly. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, yeah. Also, Extra Emily's dope.
She only watches that shit once a month.
Yes, I am.
Turns out we're staying here.
Now, Ludwig did initially make a response, and honestly, wasn't all that bad. Not perfect by any means, but it probably could have been left at that.
There's a bunch of clips yesterday of Mango going around humping people. And I know this because I saw them all this morning. And I also, I think, was getting humped a lot myself. Now, I'm going to say, I don't mind when Mango humps me because I know Mango. It was super weird if you watched any of the clips when he was humping people he doesn't know very well. And yeah, I feel like menace is like a cutesy term that we use with Mango.
Yeah, it's okay. Whenever he gets a little bit drunk, he just starts humping. It's okay. It's like our thing. Brother, if your buddy's reaction to getting drunk is humping, and the worst thing is, you know that. You confirm that you know that. Maybe we don't get him drunk around women. Maybe we tell him, hey, bro, when you get drunk, you start doing some weird shit. And make him aware of that? Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, and it's like, nah, that's just harassment, bro. You can't be cutesy about it. My main goal at any event is that the people who are participating have a good time. And I dropped the ball yesterday. I mean, to be real, I dropped the ball. Because not only did people not have a good time, some people had like an explicitly bad time. Like they were uncomfortable, wanted to leave early, needed to leave early. And that's like ultimately my fault, right? That's on me. That's my event. That's my job to do that. So I feel really bad about that. And I reached out to anyone who I felt might have felt uncomfortable and talked to them. But also, and I already told Mango this, I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moo's event. Because it's a privilege to go to an event, man. Like the whole point of an event is it's a fun thing to do, have a good ass time. And if somebody appearing jeopardizes somebody else having a good time, that just can't be a thing.
The only real problem with this response is that he takes no accountability for the fact that he was actively encouraging his alcoholism. And the fact that this guy was a known alcoholic. He just actively encouraged it, didn't really acknowledge it, but he did competently respond and say that he felt bad at first. Then the double downs happen. Then he doesn't shut the fuck up.
You killed Mango? Not even a little bit. I don't know if you're meaning or genuine. I feel zero guilt. I don't feel guilty at all. I think this is his own actions because he's his own man. He's an adult man.
And there's the fucking problem. I feel no guilt. This is not my fault. I beg your pardon? You shouldn't have invited him to the event. And yeah, the onus is on him to drink responsibly, of course. But he's not gonna do that. That's like putting Casey trying to ton of weed and say, no, no, no. That's like putting train wrecks at a casino and saying, no, 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 no. Train, gamble responsibly. I know you will. He's not going to. And you're going, let's up those numbers when he's already at an extreme, dangerous level. You point out how dangerous it is. You feel zero guilt, buddy? Yeah. Fuck you.
This might be the best thing for him. Yeah, and I see what you're saying. Because of his short-term failures, he might long-term become a better person. Had this gone unchecked longer, it could have, hurt him or his family in possibly a more drastic way.
Ludwig saved him. He saved him. Oh, Ludwig, you kind man. You saved his poor soul. My God, W's in the chat for Jellywig. Good for him, dude. Jesus.
Okay, I got it. You're the good guy. What a great way to turn that around, huh? Thank you for inviting him to the event. That's
Don't worry, I saved him.
Because otherwise he wouldn't have turned his life around, right?
Saw this tweet today.
Jesus.
You're not talking about the Mango thing. Before having to address what happened at your event is point.
Yo, Ludwig, if you won't invite Just a Minx to your events because of her alcohol problem, why did you invite Mango? Just a random question.
Listed the fact that it happened live while you and your crew and other friends either sat there and watched it happen and egged it on. You actively let him sexually harass multiple women on your show.
Now, how is he going to follow up with this criticism? Because honestly, it's fair and it's true.
It's kind of disheartening to see a tweet like this get 9K likes. It's kind of sad.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Moron Mail. I have some disheartening news. I'm facing the consequences of my actions, but I can't...
man, god damn, this is so good. Man, the consequences of my own actions. Damn, these bastards are holding me accountable, boys. They got me. They fucking got me, boys. Truly tragic.
Can't make a stance on it.
Justice for Minx? Oh, hell no. Minx is retarded. Anyways.
Personally, you know, there's this side where it's like, oh, you can clearly see me cheer him on, and then there's this other side, well, he kind of did it, so it's up in the air at this point.
There's literally a clip of me seeing it happen in probably the most minor form that there is a clip, like Mango touching somebody's hair, and I did stop it.
Then at that point, you should have shut it down. Why don't you take him aside and say, hey, buddy, I think I made a mistake. I think we let you go a little too far. I think you're done for the night. Let him rest. Get him an Uber home. I don't know. Why don't you start to think about that if he's getting touchy with other people, specifically another woman?
I see you getting a lot of heat on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw him touch one woman. I was like, oh, okay. Well, we'll see if he does it again. And then he touched her again. And then he touched her again. But I was like, oh, there's no way there's a fourth or fifth time. So, yeah, we just let him go. Yeah, I told him, hey, man, stop. I thought that was enough. Brother, send him home. You're a multi-millionaire. Get him an Uber. Like, damn.
Yeah, but it's all noise. It's all fake noise. Like, I think it's super, like, whatever. It is what it is.
It's fake noise, guy.
Oh.
Those numbers! It's fake noise. Didn't happen. No one saw me encouraging this shit.
You know what the worst thing is about all this shit? I hate how I name my dog fucking Mango right before all this shit happens. And then a streamer named Mango that Ludwig pushed to do all this ruined the name Mango forever. So now everybody thinks that my dog is a sex offender. And then my dog starts humping a plushie of grapes. And everybody starts going, let's up those numbers. Like, Jesus, man. Mango is a good boy. And this shit pisses me off.
Let's up those numbers! There was no encouragement. There was actually no sexual harassment either. Let's up those numbers!
Because what I've also realized is people who hate also don't care.
True, you're right. Most people critiquing you don't really care about Mango. They care that you don't care about Mango.
Yep.
If you cared about Mango, you wouldn't have put him in an environment to abuse alcohol and further his alcoholism and fuck up in the way he did.
Big true.
You wouldn't just be like putting all blame on him and taking zero accountability after the fact. Be an actual friend. You look like a piece of shit. It's not anybody else's job to care about your friend other than you. He refuses to shut the fuck up about the situation after his first response and continues to just dodge all accountability every time he addresses it. Meanwhile, everyone on the fucking internet other than his little gooner friends are giving him shit for it.
And I like to believe that in 3 years, Mango's character and Mango's behavior will actually fill the shoes of the goat that we thought he was.
Whoa! You were just hyping up his character, now you're talking shit about your friend. What the fuck? And again, you act like you have zero culpability here. And here's just like fucking third or fourth response, and he immediately starts it off terribly saying,
chat, there are gonna be a lot more drama heads today, okay? I won't lie about it. It is what it is.
Guys, there's gonna be a lot of drama today. Chat, please forgive all the drama heads in chat that are gonna bother us and fuck us over today. Shut the fuck up.
Talked to Megan, he reached out, we talked a bit. And I have some thoughts and opinions that I thought about speaking, but he asked of me to not speak on it.
What are the odds of that being true? Well, my friend told me not to hold myself accountable. Mango's probably talking.
Yeah. Bro, for my sake, please don't hold yourself accountable. Please just keep throwing me under the bus. Whatever you do, Ludwig, don't hold yourself accountable. I don't think I can emotionally take it. Yeah, bro, let's see the DMs of him saying that.
But I highly doubt he told you not to cover what the fuck you did.
There's a perception of Mango.
Yeah, you have an opportunity to take some heat off of me, but don't do it, okay? Really, really just don't, man. It would really stress me out. It would give me anxiety.
People have in their mind, but they don't actually care about him. I don't think they'll be in his stream when he's back to streaming in a month or whenever it is.
It's not our job to care about your friend. It's your job as this dude's friend to care about your friend. Dude, I'm a fucking 21-year-old retard, and I could even tell you what you did there was stupid.
He was messaging me. He was like, Tectone followed me. Who the fuck is Tectone? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not a very
Who the fuck is Tectone? Guy's the fucking man. Some call him Twitch Jesus. Some call him their lover. Usually your mother says that. I call him daddy.
Genuine pursuit of the people who speak on Mango's behalf.
Let me throw out a controversial name so they can go shit on him instead of me. Oh, I'm gonna name drop Tectone. This guy doesn't care about my friend. Shut the fuck up. That's not what's happening. You know that's not what's happening. We're critiquing you for not caring about your friend. The dude who just said Tectone Goat got banned. What the fuck?
I think a lot of people want me to take accountability.
Hey, these streamers, they fear me. And you want to know why they fear me, guys? Because I tell the truth. And they hate that shit. In a world full of lies, there is one man above it all. My God. Truly insane. And he's so handsome, it's crazy. They fear me. You can't go into another streamer's chat and type Tectone W without getting banned. That's how you know you're in a pussy's chat, where if you type W Tectone, you get banned. That's insane.
I think I said my piece on it. I don't understand necessarily why Twitch banned Mango and not me. I don't even know if I necessarily agree with it. I think it'd be fine if Twitch banned me. But I'm not Twitch. I'm not going to personally ban myself. I don't think it's my responsibility.
I'm not going to take accountability. You make these small illusions to like try to hopefully like trickle off some of the hate by saying like, oh, you know, why doesn't Twitch ban me too? I don't mind. I'm not going to ban myself though. You have to take accountability. You said you don't regret what you did. And then you put a little sliver out there. You put a little noodle there. We don't want the noodle. We want the pasta.
And I actually genuinely have no ill will towards any drama channel who makes videos. Like, I think it is a hustle. It is a career that they have made. They speak.
Oh yeah, prove it. If you don't, Ludwig, invite me to your next streamer event. Put your money where your mouth is. Fly me out to LA, baby. Let's get it. Yeah, give me your next little beer party, bro. Let's see it. I have a feeling you won't. I don't think you'll do that, man. That being said, I'd much prefer like a creator clash or like a boxing event or like a sports event, you know. So when you give me my invite, because you're so above this all, Ludwig, I would also like you to refer to me as Daddy Tectone. I would greatly appreciate that.
On any drama for 20 minutes and they move on. I think the actual care about the things they talk about factor is very small.
Would you go? Oh, absolutely not. Hell no, absolutely not. Oh, I'm good. The only thing that I would go to if I was invited to would probably be, I would go to Game Day by NMP. Yeah, I would love to do that. A one-time episode reunion for Steak and Eggs. Yeah, just to give the audience the proper goodbye would be great. And then, I don't know. I mean, hey, to be fair, Unsub, they invited me out to San Antonio, and I accepted that. And they also invited me to another event that they're running very soon, which I already accepted that. So, I mean, you got to be the right person, you know what I mean?
What is this safe, edgy, oh, we're gonna shit on these people by saying, oh, but we respect the hustle. Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
When I'm in bed, I watch 3 things, okay? I watch Northern Lion streams, I watch One Piece, the anime,
and I watch Hasan Piker.
That's pretty much it. And I thought about, like, maybe I should make a Mogul mail and address it all and talk about it. And then I was like, well, who am I doing this for?
Oh my God, he has a rational thought about his dead channel. Maybe I should return to Mogul Mail and take accountability and be fair in a drama. Nah, why be accountable?
I see a lot of people online defending me. I'm getting hella shit online, but I think that's chill. Like, you know, that's ultimately the right of people on the internet, regardless whether it's based.
That's hella chill, bruh. Don't worry, guys. It's hella chill. I'm getting shit. Okay, bro. Like, Jesus, how do you talk like this as a 30-year-old man?
In truth or not?
What is anybody criticizing you lying about? You encouraged your...
That's crazy to be a 30-year-old man and the phrase hella chill leaves your mouth.
Alcoholic friend to drink more. Where's the lie? I love you, Hasan Picture.
Which is about as good.
I'm bummed at how he's handling the current situation. I don't actually really understand how I can handle it better.
Oh my God. So there you go. He's quintupled down on the lack of accountability. He doesn't think he's done anything wrong. He won't face the criticism head on. He won't address it until he eventually does. But we'll get to that in a second because I got some more criticism to hurl his way. So while defending himself against all of the shit he's gotten through this Mango drama, he brings up the fact that, well, we brought Mango to these events in the past and nothing happened. He didn't do any shit.
I just wish he would say he shouldn't have had Mango at the event. I think we should have cut off Mango way earlier, but I don't know. I had him at 2 other Beerio Kart events and there's no problem.
Which, by the way, horrible fucking excuse. It's like walking on like the last thread of a tightrope until it eventually breaks. You know the potential consequences. And the reason I know that you know is because your girlfriend, at an event that you helped operate, the Streamer Awards, invited her good alcoholic friend, Just a Minx, to an event where there was a lot of alcohol present. And what happened? Shit hit the fan. And I won't need to get into it, but it's like, oh, that sounds a little familiar, huh? So this isn't the first time something like this has happened in his life. The big part of accountability is learning from your mistakes. Maybe 2 times is a coincidence. Maybe we'll be...
Don't worry, on the 5th time they fuck up, then they'll finally take accountability.
Be back here talking about it another day when it becomes a pattern of behavior. That was the first thing that came to my mind when I heard about this shit. I'm like, again? They are different situations, granted, but there's a lot of relatability. What happened to Minx after the fact? Well, not saying that she's not accountable for her actions, but she's blackballed. She failed the purity test of the streamer hierarchy by drinking at an event where she was told not to drink, but alcohol was easily accessible for her. These excuses are bad, and what's really interesting...
Would like to reiterate, Minx is an absolute fucking moron. And no one should feel pity for them. Just being completely real.
Is while all this shit's going...
I want to remind you guys that Minx made a thread about how I was abusive to her while she lived with me, when I never lived with her. She hallucinated being my roommate, which is insane. I lived with my wife, then immediately after my wife and I separated, I lived with Lareau, and then Pink moved in, then Anna moved in, then Pink moved out, then Lareau moved out, then Jenazad moved in. There's not a single time in my entire life down here in Austin where I've ever lived alone. The last time I lived alone was when I was 18 for 3 days. It's been 13 years. So she hallucinated. Oh, and Sophia, I forgot about her. Oh, and Brian. I forgot about Brian too. Yeah, and Brian too. I forgot about that guy. Anyways, sometimes I forget things.
You know, while people are holding you to account, you take easy shots at people.
It's because Sophia's more like a cat. You know, she's real quiet. You know, every now and then she hears a loud noise, she gets scared. John, I'm hungry. John, I need food. I'm hungry. She's like a pet? No, she's like a cat in the house.
Your chat already loves to hate. For example, you throw a random stray shot at Asmongold while you're getting shit.
Wait, hold up. Black female protagonists. Let's check Asmon's chat real quick. Halo DEI. DEI trailer. Oh, it's a DEI game. If you didn't notice, that woman, you heard me say woman, was black. So that is woke and not a game I'll play.
So you trying to make me look bad because...
Hey, name me 3 good video games with a black female lead.
In my chat, but you don't want to look bad because of your friend that you told to drink alcohol.
So you guys typing Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong is a guy.
At your party?
He's also... Oh my God. Jesus Christ. That's going to be a YouTube short.
For drinking alcohol that sexually harassed your coworkers? You trying to put me on blast and make me look bad because some people in my chat said some dumbass bullshit. But here you are. And that's your friend. You invited that guy.
Let me get some sympathy.
Guys, calling black people monkeys is not good. Don't do that. All right? Come on, guys. Let's lock in here a little bit. All right? Let's lock in here a little bit. Wonder why? Because we're all monkeys. At the end of the day, we are. Okay? We're 98.6% related to fucking monkeys. Black people themselves do that, my guy? Well, listen, guys. Just because Kai Cenat says the N-word 80 times every stream doesn't mean that now us white folk get to say it. Okay? That's their word. All right? That's not our word. So my bad. Not 80 times, 800 times, okay? But it's very offensive if anybody else says it. They can say it 800 times in every song and every stream and every show and every joke, but it's very offensive if anybody else says it, so don't say it. All right? Okay? We're not Frieza here. We're not Frieza. Guys, I think saying the N-word is bad. All right, our N-word as white folk is nuclear. Anyways, all right.
Back and deviate drama away from me by shitting on Asmongold. Let me shit on Tectone.
It's like a Tectone video. I can die never watching one.
Shit, I wonder why he'd never watch Dr. Eggman.
Do you know who would disagree that you are not responsible for someone else's actions? Ludwig himself.
Yep.
And this is why we're talking about this here today.
Let me shit on Tectone and make people pissed at him for some shit his dad did. And you know why you're doing it. It's another fucking attempt.
I love this guy, dude. Dude, Tectone's such a problem because... Oh, fuck, what did he do? Oh, shit, he didn't do anything. What about his brother? No. His sister? His sister's actually really bad, but we don't know about her yet. Oh, dude, just wait till my family finds out. Or just wait till the internet finds out what my sister did. That'll be another whole wave. Ooh. Guys, Hasan, you gotta look into what my sister did. You gotta go after her, too. Ooh, you gotta get in there. And when you look up my grandpa... You gotta look at what my grandpa did too. You gotta get in there, bro. You gotta get in there. Oh, his dad. Did you know Tectone's dad did this? Wow. Wow, dude. Wow. Listen, guys, if you want to go shit on my dad, I'll give you his Twitch channel later. Yeah, check out Iron Spike. Yeah, go check him out, dude. Get in there, bro. Get him. Yeah, I know.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
If it makes you feel better, I reported my dad's Twitch channel to Twitch staff themselves as well. So don't worry. I'll make sure he never streams on this platform again. Yep. I did my part. What can you say you did? Anyways.
To hide from taking accountability for anything. Well, you guys are saying this, but this person's a piece of shit. This person's a piece of shit. You know what that makes you look like? An even bigger piece of shit.
Yep.
Now, recently he did decide to take a little bit of accountability, and people are giving him credit for it. So let's see what he said.
Honestly, think the biggest mistake I made is I said, if someone asked me if I feel guilty, and I said no, and I think that was my biggest mistake, was saying that, and I do regret saying that. And I was thinking, do I feel guilty about banning? But I feel guilty about the situation happening. I think that was honestly like my biggest fuck up.
This is your biggest mistake in the situation, saying you didn't feel guilty for. let's up those numbers. That was your biggest mistake, not going, let's up those numbers. You don't think that was a mistake? But your biggest mistake was, I don't feel guilty about it. Your biggest mistake wasn't inviting an alcoholic to your event. Your biggest mistake wasn't encouraging the alcoholic to drink deadly amounts of alcohol at your event, which resulted in crazy situations to happen to the female guests. Your biggest mistake wasn't throwing all the onus on this guy when you're the one who invited him and encouraged him to abuse alcohol. But no, rather, your biggest mistake was saying that you feel zero guilt. And why was it your biggest mistake? Optics. That's why. This isn't guilt.
That's a damn good point. That's a damn good point. Not gonna lie.
This is
yep.
optics. I think other creators would like for you to
Cooking
at
with
least
Cameron?
address this
True.
and apologize for it and set a precedent so this doesn't happen again. Maybe, but oh no, I'm thinking rationally. My problem with most of these responses is that they're not responses. He barely addresses it, then he moves on and talks about himself. Each one of these little sections where he talks about this shit, that's all it is. He barely addresses it, talks about himself, and calls that a response. My big problem with this one in particular is that he didn't take any accountability. He just admitted to feeling some guilt, and all the streamers moved on and gave him good boy points. What the fuck? But let's just say he doesn't seem so pure now that we've held him up to his own standards. But at least his drama coverage on himself is about the same as his drama coverage on Hasan. Oh yes, good boy Hasan Patcher.
Shit. What the fuck?
To wrap this segment up, how can you become more pure, Ludwig? Well, no amount
Jesus,
of baby oil is gonna make you
holy
pure. I
fuck.
would strip yourself of the Hasans of the world. You don't have to suck up to these people, dude. Make more entertaining content, work on that, continue your little gaming shits, stop throwing shots at random people, take accountability when you fuck up. When you want to talk about something, fucking find the balls to take a stance on something, and don't suck up to people just because they're your friends when they treat you like shit or throw you to the fucking wolves when you have a fair take on something that doesn't fit their narrative. It makes you look like a coward,
baby oil,
spineless,
I don't think you
pathetic
can drink
loser.
that.
Right now you're getting a lot of shit from Hasan's community for saying the truth about Creator Clash. That's gonna happen. So don't suck up to those
Hey
people.
man, if you have a community that gets upset at you for telling the truth, I really think you should look within yourself and realize, man, I fucked up. Or at least you'd hope.
Well, just like you're not sucking up the people
That bit almost
criticizing you
killed
like the
me.
Mango situation. Have some principles,
believe you.
have some morals, stop fucking virtue signaling. No one gives a shit. And just run off your personality. You're doing too much, man. Except with your Mogul mails. Like, those are so fucking boring, dude. Come on.
Oh no.
Hey
Oh
there, folks.
no.
Welcome to another episode of More on Mail. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to get ready for one of my streamer parties if you ever choose to show up. But there's one condition. Only if my butt pal over here, Hasan, is coming with. So you got to make sure that you get ready properly. To demonstrate, first, I'm going to show how Hasan gets ready properly.
To get Hasan ready for his Luddy party, you first have to drench him in baby oil. That's a good amount.
All right, he's ready to party. Now that he's ready to party, and now that I've demonstrated what you properly need to do, time for me to get ready to party. To get ready for a Luddy party, what you need to do is oil up. And essentially that consists of just, you know...
Stop!
Now that you're all ready and oiled up, we can start the
Jesus!
party. Make sure you drink as copious amounts of alcohol so we can up those numbers!
Oh my god!
Yeah, we're good to go. All right, see you at the party. In conclusion, jellyfishes are really cool sea creatures.
They are.
And they're not really good content creators. You don't have to live by your friends, but you probably shouldn't backstab them. That'll pretty much do it for today's content, cop.
Let's up those numbers!
Yeah. Peace.
I swear I love vagina. And
Dude, what a fucking amazing video. Yo, guys, go here. Go subscribe to Cameron. Great content creator. Bro's growing fast as fuck. Absolute W video. Go give him some support on the original video, and I appreciate y'all watching. See you on the next one.